Hello, David. Thank you for joining me today. This is Susie John, a Healthcare Director at Edison Group. Today we have Chief Executive Officer of Basilea Pharmaceutica, David Beach. Welcome, David.
Hello, and thank you for having me.
David, can you talk us through the short-term impact of COVID-19 on Basilea's operations in terms of sales of launched assets, Cresemba and Zevtera?
Essentially, we've seen no negative impact on our revenues for Cresemba or Zevtera. So therefore, we have not changed our guidance. We maintained our full-year revenue guidance. The main reason for this is that Cresemba and Zevtera both address serious hospital infections, whether they be mold infections or bacterial infections. And so the patients are still needing to be treated and are being treated, and hence our revenues are maintained at our projected levels.
Basilea has two oncology assets in development, Derazantinib and Lisavanbulin. Can you discuss ongoing trials, enrollment, any impacts of COVID-19 and plans for further trials in the near future?
In terms of our clinical stage assets, Derazantinib and Lisavanbulin, firstly, Derazantinib, we have two ongoing studies, one in bile duct cancer and one in bladder cancer. And to date, the patient enrollment in both these studies is on track. And also the planned third indication area, gastric cancer, that study was, we originally announced that was due to start in the second half of 2020. And that again is still the planning assumption we are making. So to date with Derazantinib, there's been no visible impact of COVID-19 on those timelines. In terms of Lisavanbulin, it's a similar story, where we are planning to start a GBM biomarker-driven study in the second half of 2020. And all the evidence at the moment is that is, again, on track and with no negative impact due to COVID-19.
The FDA has amended the protocol for Zevtera, ceftobiprole, the phase 3 clinical trial Eradicate for the treatment of bacterial bloodstream infection caused by Staph aureus from 4 to 6 weeks. What is the potential implication for this in the real-world setting?
Yeah, expanding the treatment duration from 4 to 6 weeks actually enables us to expand enrollment to a broader patient group, which is a more difficult to treat patient group. This was a pre-planned step in the study evolution. And what it means is those patients, for example, with complications of bloodstream infections, such as patients with osteomyelitis or epidural or cerebral abscess, can also be treated. And what this means in the real world is that if you're a physician and you're treating patients, you can treat patients with a broader range of difficult to treat indications. It can help the image of the product in terms of the profile of the brand, in terms of it can be treated across a spectrum of different infections. And so hopefully when we get the approval in the US and we launch in the US, this can help with the uptake of the product in the real world.
And lastly, Basilea has prioritised two potential first-in-class oncology programs and has discontinued BAL 3833. Can you talk about strategy or target focus in the oncology pipeline?
In addition to the clinical stage assets, Derazantinib and Lisavanbulin, where they have important data readouts coming in the second half of 2020 and through 2021, we do have a number of preclinical assets where we have the potential for either first-in-class or best-in-class. But additionally, we're also always looking not only at our own internal discovery and development focus, but also looking at potentially in-licensing assets that fulfill the strict criteria that we have. Our focus in oncology is very much on looking at small molecules that are targeted molecules and have a potential for a biomarker-driven development plan. We also have a focus on anti-infectives in terms of research and discovery, but the near stage clinical assets in the preclinical arena are in the oncology arena, and we're very excited about the assets we have there.
Wonderful. Thank you, David, for addressing all my questions today.
Thank you.